Okay, good evening, everybody. Again, please bear with me. I am trying my best virtually here. Back into the agenda. I'd like to call the meeting to order. The Zoning Board of Appeals for June 26, 2025. Today's meeting consists of 4 hearings, all new. First on the agenda, I'd like to call the approval of the meeting minutes from May 29th, 2025. Somebody want to second that?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, Joe Carey.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, first on the agenda, we have Timothy Dodd for a variance under section 5.3.2 of the Tewksbury zoning bylaw for front setbacks to construct a single-car garage addition with primary suite above as shown on plans filed with the board. Said property is located at 94 Maryland Road, Assessor's Map 81, Lot 141, zoned residential.
So you guys, you can step up to the podium.
Thank you for the guidance. And hi.
Good evening.
Your name and your
Thank you.
address for the record.
Good evening. Name and address for the record, please.
So I'm Timothy Dowd, 94 Maryland Road.
And Kristen Dowd, 94 Maryland Road.
Could you just give us a brief of what you're trying to do and why?
Yep. So we've lived in Tewksbury since 2016, and our house is situated on the corner of First Street and Maryland Road at a kitty-cornered angle. And we're trying to remain in that house and extend our property outward, building a one-car garage that's going to be 12.67 feet set back, and we need to get a variance to approve that building, which would allow us to remain in the house and in the neighborhood as our family continues to grow and thrive in Tewksbury.
And I guess it's important for us to know, like, we love this neighborhood. We don't want to leave at all. We know all of our neighbors by first name. So this keeps us here.
And we have had many thoughtful conversations with a lot of the abutters on that list, and most of them are in support of it. So, yeah.
What other, did we miss anything? Okay.
No, you got it all. Thank you. Again, sorry about everything. I just didn't want to push this out for everybody for a month. I'm really
No
trying.
need for apologies.
We appreciate
would've came
it.
back, so.
Okay, I'm just reading through all the documents as well, so please
Yeah.
bear with me.
So if you're looking through our documents, you can see our house is sort of angled already, which makes adding an addition a little bit perplexed.
Yeah.
We have explored various different options.
Right.
Plus, we're on a corner lot,
The
so.
corner lot does it for you. Yeah.
Abutting 2 town-owned parcels that are undevelopable as well, so
Yeah.
it's a unique spot.
Yeah,
Great house,
it's a
though.
good time.
You said most of your neighbors were okay with it? Was
All of them, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said most, so I thought there was maybe some. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't heard
No.
any, I mean, they could have not wanted to tell us to our face, but
There were surprisingly quite a few abutters who actually I didn't know them,
which ones?
that owned down in the wetland off the paper road.
Oh.
All right, this being an open hearing, I need to ask if anybody in the audience wants to come up and bring anything up.
I'm getting a lot of shakes that they're okay with it.
Okay, and Dan, Joe, do you have any questions?
I do not.
I do not either.
Okay, somebody want to make a motion? Sorry, Dan, I think you're the one that's going to have to read these off.
I'll make a motion to close both parts of the hearing.
Second?
I second that.
Yep.
Yeah,
All in
I have a
favor?
second.
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Dan, do you want to make the?
I'll make
Thank
a
you.
motion to approve Timothy Dodd for a variance under section 5.3.2 of the Tewksbury zoning bylaw for front setbacks to construct a single-car garage addition with primary suite above as shown on plans filed with this board. Said property is located at 94 Maryland Road, Assessors Map 81, Lot 141, zoned residential. Anybody second?
I second that. I second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Congratulations.
Aye as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
Thank
You're all
Appreciate it.
set.
Thank you so much.
No worries, no worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the docket is Robert and Deborah Muldoon for a variance under section 5.3.1E3 of the Tewksbury zoning bylaw for a side setback for the constructed 16 by 25 detached garage as shown on the plans filed with this board. Said property is located at 21 Sheridan Lane, Assessors Map 38, Lot 30, zoned residential. Name and address for the board, please.
Deborah Muldoon, 21 Sheridan Lane.
Robert Muldoon, 21 Sheridan Lane.
And can you just talk on exactly what you're trying to accomplish today?
Well, the garage we put up is 16 by 25. It's already been completed. On my final inspection, we found out that me and the surveyor didn't have much of a communication. And as you're facing the garage, the right rear corner is off approximately 9 inches. And I went around to my abutters and I got signatures, and the closest abutter that abuts me, he said no problem. It was just an issue that me and the surveyor, I had it all pre-marked when he came in, and I showed him where I wanted to put the garage, and he came back and he just told me, he says, just keep it 16 by 25, and then afterwards he told me he didn't see the marks that I had. So it's, I just ended up in this situation.
Thank you. So it's already there and it's already built. It's up.
Yes.
Okay. Just going through it. Joe? Any
Yes.
questions? Any questions?
No, just reviewing here. No, I don't seem to have anything right now.
Dan?
The garage is already built, no issues. You guys used the same
Yeah.
footprint that it was before. It's just the surveyor, you guys didn't see it, and it's only off less than a foot?
Correct,
Am I right?
9 inches.
I don't
Yeah.
have any questions. I don't have any questions.
All right. It being a public hearing, I'd like to ask anybody who has anything to add to please go up to the podium. Okay.
I'll make a motion to close both parts of the hearing.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve, sorry, Joe, was that an aye?
Yes.
Yes, that was an aye for me, yep.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Robert and Deborah Muldoon for a variance under section 5.3.1E3 of the Tewksbury zoning bylaw for side setbacks for the construction of a 16 by 25 foot detached garage as shown on plans filed with this board. Said property is located at 21 Sheridan Lane, Assessors Map 38, Lot 30, zoned residential. Second?
Joe?
Sorry, I make a motion to approve as well.
So you second?
So you second that, Joe?
Second, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Second that, yes.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye as well.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You're all set. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stay.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
I just had one question. now.
Sure.
Would I be able to get my final inspection tomorrow, or would that be too early?
It might be too early because they have to draft a letter, send you the letter, and then once you have the letter, then you can get everything situated.
Next week.
that's filed by the town.
You would have to contact the office, that you could talk to the office tomorrow.
Contact the office tomorrow, and they'll give you more information. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Next on the docket is Jacqueline Gaff for a variance under section 5.3.2 for side yard setbacks for a special permit under section 8.1.c, 8.1.1c for of the Tewksbury zoning bylaw to reconstruct a 12 by 12 rear deck as shown on plans filed with this board. Sorry, everybody. Said property is located at 23 Bond Street, Assessors Map 93, Lot 181, zoned residential. Name and address for the board, please.
Jacqueline Gaff, 23 Bond Street, Tewksbury, Mass.
And can you just talk on what it is exactly you're trying to do, please?
I'm trying to, when I purchased the house, it was purchased as a fixer-upper. I've replaced all the windows. The deck out back was shredded wood, basically. So I was trying to replace it. The guy that I had come and replace it told me he'd pull the permits, he'd do everything just right. Come to find out, he didn't pull permits. A neighbor called, so they stopped construction. And I showed the building inspector pictures I took as he was building it. And he said, that's not to code, that's not to code. So I'm trying to bring it up to code. I'm not trying to move anything. I'm just trying to construct it so that it's sturdy and nobody falls off.
And it's the same footprint?
Huh? Same footprint
Is it
as, right, I'm not trying to move anything or add anything onto it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just gonna look over your documents, okay?
And I took pictures from every angle so you can see where my neighbors are situated.
So that's your neighbor's shed?
That's my neighbor's garage right next door, and I'm not looking into anybody's window, and
blocking
he's
it off completely.
perfectly fine. He said, call him. If there's any question, they're perfectly fine with it.
The old deck was there for how long?
The house was built in 1925. The original owner never pulled a permit, and there was no plot plan, which I have since got and made sure. I'm trying to do everything by the book and right. Yeah.
No, I can appreciate that.
I just want to leave the house for my grandkids someday. I'm not in a rush to leave, but something to leave them, without headaches.
I have no other questions.
All right, so reading over Leo's, the building inspectors, there's two here. Special permit and a variance. I just want to make sure that's exactly how it was written.
Yeah, and I made sure they know my face. I went down there just to make sure I was doing everything.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
So when you read this, Dan, you got to do an approval for the special permit as well as for a variance. You got to separate them out.
Yeah, what's the approval, what's the special permit needed for? Is it just non-conforming?
Non-conforming. It's already there. It's been there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought number one, I thought you had to have a plot plan to sell a place, naive as I am. And I also thought that, oh, the deck's there, it must be, all legal and, up to date. And I didn't even think about it, bought the house.
When you bought the house, the deck was there?
Yes,
And
But it was
the
up-
new deck that you put on is the same exact footprint as the old deck
exactly,
that was there?
exactly. But I was trying to make sure it was all to code and it was that smooth composite.
Yeah, that's nice.
Instead of the old wood.
Yeah, no, I
that's-
like that.
I have dogs, I didn't want them hurting their little feet.
Okay. Joe, do you have any questions? Are you on mute, Joe?
Did we lose Joe?
I think we may have lost Joe. Let me text him. Sorry, let me put you on mute for a second.
Technology.
So how was the AC in here when the 100-degree weather hit?
How's it feel right now?
It's like,
We need 3 voting members. That's why we have to wait for the other guy to come back.
you really did.
It is. I tried texting Dan, Joe. He said he's going to join again. Sorry, I'm really trying for everyone to get it in tonight. It's 1 a.m. my time in Italy. Just saying.
Appreciate it.
It's party time.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
Is he here, maybe?
I don't know. Are you in, Joe?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
I'm back up, yep.
All right, so we're reviewing currently the 23 Bond Street location for a variance under 5.3.2 for side setbacks and a special permit under 8.11C.
Yes.
The deck, everything was already there before. She was just replacing old wood material and putting other material down, but none of it was permitted. And so when they went out, they realized that none of that deck was never approved to begin with for the size, but she bought it that way.
Yep.
So,
She purchased a home like this?
yes. And
Yep.
she's not adding on to the footprint. Everything is the way it was. It's just newer material. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yep,
So
I have no, I have no further questions. I did get most of that until the call
I
dropped on
thought
my
so.
side.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Joe. All right, so Dan, it being a public hearing, I'd like to open it up to the audience. If anybody has anything they want to add, please step up to the podium and talk. No?
We're good to go here.
Okay, somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to close both parts of the hearing.
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so, thank you. Dan, so when you read that, Dan, you gotta break them up.
Yeah, I'll do the special permit first.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to approve Jacqueline Gaff for a special permit under section 8.1.1.c of the Tewksbury zoning bylaw to reconstruct a 12 by 12 rear deck as shown on plans filed with this board. Said property is located at 23 Bond Street, Assessors Map 93, Lot 181, zoned residential.
I approve. Second.
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 All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
I'd like to also make a motion to approve Jacqueline Gaff for a variance under section 5.3.2 for side setbacks
I'll second that.
to reconstruct a 12 by 12 rear deck as shown on plans filed with this board. Said property is located at 23 Bronx Street, Assessors Map 93, Lot 181, zoned residential.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All
Congratulations.
right, you're
Thank you
approved.
so much.
Have a great day.
You're welcome.
You
You're
too.
welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next, I have Thomas and Marjorie Conlon for a variance under section 5.3.2 of the Tewksbury zoning bylaw for a side setback to construct a 16 by 12 rear deck as shown on plans filed with the board. Said property is located at 20 Level Lane, Assessors Map 102, Lot 34, zoned residential. Name and address for the board, please.
Hi, Megan Job, 170 Lancaster Drive, assisting my parents, Thomas and Margaret Conlon, who are also here, 20 Level Lane.
Okay. Let me just bring up the documents. Can you just talk about what's going on?
Sure, my parents went to pull a permit for a deck, and unbeknownst to them, after living in the same house for 52 years, their property is non-conforming. In the back rear corner, given the odd shape of the lot and the way the house is situated on it. And so as they were going to replace the deck, they were seeking a slight expansion. So it's currently a 10 by 12 deck, and they want to expand that to a 12 by 16 deck. And so it would not meet in the right side yard setback at 10.83 feet. They have been in communication with the neighbor, who also submitted a letter of support.
Great. And that would be Carolyn Walsh.
Correct. Carolyn DeLucia, but yes, formerly
Sorry,
Carolyn
yeah.
Walsh.
I was just looking at the lot, sorry. Okay. It's an odd shape. lot. I don't have any questions. Dan, do you have any questions?
The letter that's in there, Carolyn DeLucia, that's your
Yeah.
neighbor that you guys can see your patios from the backyard.
Yes, she's the direct abutter, yeah.
I have no further questions.
And I have no questions at this time.
Okay, it being a public hearing, I'd like to open it up.
All set here.
Okay, I'd like to, Dan, I need you to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to close both parts of the hearing.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, go ahead, Dan.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Thomas and Marjorie Conlon for a variance under section 5.3.2 of the Tewksbury zoning bylaw for side setbacks to construct a 16 by 12 rear deck as shown on plans filed with this board. Said property is located at 20 Level Lane, Assessors Map 102, Lot 34, zoned residential.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Right.
You're all set.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Currently, we have we have no new business. Somebody want to call the meeting?
Make a motion to adjourn?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Enjoy the rest of your
Thank you,
trip.
guys.